T-Man 978 Chill Review. Hello everyone, T-Man 978. Right now I'm going to be reviewing Fanstoys FT-09 Tesla. Tesla's packaging is very minimal. Very minimal. But I like it. It looks good. If you want to see this bio right there, go right on ahead. Take a look. There are a slew of things inside the packaging, one of which is this collector's card right there, with this picture, and his bio yet again, and his tech specs right here. You also get this instruction booklet, which is on nice paper, and illustrated in color all the way through, which is very, very nice. Here is Tesla himself. And one thing that needs to be noted up front, this particular copy is covered in Reprolabels. Like, there's a sticker here, all that blue. Of course, the Autobot logo, duh. This detail right there, this, and some details right there. And I believe it's an Autobot symbol right there that really looks reminiscent of his G1 toy self as Perceptor. But anyway, first response to him after playing with the other toys I got in my unboxing, I was a bit meh on him, but now he's starting to grow on me. My only problem is he's different from the other Fanstoys figures that I've touched. What I mean is, Fanstoys do have some wacky tolerances and whatnot, but this guy just doesn't feel as good as them. Like, from the waist up, everything feels like light, and the joints are moderately tight or whatever, but they kind of feel a little bit cheaper than everything below the waist, which feels heavy. I think the only die cast is the feet, but the feet feel really heavy. And my main problem as far as tolerances, the hips, and like moving, I feel like I'm gonna break something. And you hear that sound it makes? Don't really like that. But let's take a look at his face, which some people hate. I mean, I think it looks close enough. Now the eyebrows are a bit weird, but I love the way those eyes reflect. That is some awesome paint right there. Makes you almost want to just keep looking at it. But articulation, his head can look up that much, look down that much, but this panel seems to make him want to look down even further. I didn't even do that before. I heard from my friend Zero, do not press on the face. The way the face is designed, it will break off, snap at the forehead, so don't do that. Shoulders can actually go out that far. Rotates right there. Bicep swivel, double jointed elbow, swivel at the wrist. Each individual finger articulates, but they're curved, except the index finger, which is on two joints. It gets out the point a little bit, but it's still curved, and the thumb is on a ball joint right there. Waist seems to be on a ratchet that goes 360. Hips go out. They should go out completely. No, they stop right there unless you twist it a certain way, and then it can come up right there. But you need to do this for transformation, and this is one of those things. Hip skirt goes forward so he can kick out. Knee is only single jointed. He has rotation at the knee. Ankle pivot really deep, but destroys the illusion of having a foot connected to the bottom of his leg. The toe and the heel spur also collapse in like that, but that's mostly due to transformation. And while we're at the foot, one of the things I don't like that they chose to do is they kept this red right here, but they made the heel spur black. In the original toy, and I believe the cartoon, he only had like a black toe, but the rest of his foot, the calf came all the way down and it was one solid red piece with the black toe. On this instruction manual right here, you see that his whole foot is black. I wish that they either went with all black like that or made this heel spur red. That would have really gave him a G1 look that I would have liked better. This microscope right here, it can be hinged up like that if you like. It can be hinged back if you want it like that. And you can detach it, rotate it around this way, snap it in right there, lean it forward, and now it's on the right side if you want that. Weapons, he comes with this rifle right here that has a sight right there, which is just painted blue. It's not transparent or anything. One detail I like is this right there. He can like reload right there, which is cool. It has the regular Masterpiece vehicle or Masterpiece style handle. He also has this little gun that can be, I guess, a little surgical tool because he was kind of a medic. Or it could just be a handheld rocket launcher because this rocket does shoot out. Or you could just put the rocket to the side and just have him with a little smaller hand blaster, which also has the same Masterpiece handholds, which they work decently. The guns fit into the hand simple enough, and I'm just realizing that he has like a visible mushroom pig like in his hand right there. Never seen anything like that. Pretty much just put the gun in his hand, it tabs into his palm, wrap the fingers around, of course, wrap the thumb how you see fit, and now he's holding it. Same thing over here. Gun in the hand, wrap the fingers around, and bam, now he's holding them. I did get this second hand, but I want to show this off because I heard it's a thing. That's kind of loose down there. Maybe it's because these forearms and biceps are replaceable because they have two different options as far as the color. Let's get into that. Now this is his thigh, but as you can see, it's more of a powder or dull grayish blue, and I don't really like that too much. I definitely like this color. Here's this so you can see him actually holding his guns. One piece of optional articulation he has is this butterfly joint right there. So when he's holding his gun, he can do a slightly more dynamic poses, which is cool. But problem with it is now he has a big hole right there. So yeah, it's good from the front, but from this angle it looks horrible. Two more notes. This index finger definitely has to be shut on the handle because he doesn't hold the gun well unless you do that. And this door opens up for transformation, but depending on your playstyle, you can pretend that he's formulating something or looking at something on his little chest piece right there. Size comparison, here's some other Autobots. And because nobody else does this, here he is with some Decepticons. And they also happen to turn into devices, just like him. Transformation, it's really simple, but it just has to have that couple of steps to make it annoying. But anyway, he's technically a triple changer, so let's go to his main alt mode. Move this back like that. Go ahead and the hands, open this up, shut that, shut the fingers. Rotate the hand in, and now that'll shut easier. Make sure you open this up first because it's hard to do after you done already shut the fingers. Close that, rotate, shut this, lift the arms up like this. Go ahead and push, or actually move these up and detach this part right here. Collapse this, bend this panel with the head on it forward as much as you can, and now push the arms around it, and that's basically the tough part right there, because it feels like you shouldn't be doing that. Now we can rotate these to this way, lift this up, and these pegs go into the peg holes on the back of his arms. Do that on both sides, but try to push this through here first. Actually push that in all the way. Now lights, come on, work with me. There are 2 peg holes right there, and you snap the microscope that's on there. You snap that through the arms, basically. Pull this down, pull this down. The legs, they rotate out backward, and there's a little tab on his side skirts flap that goes into the hole in his leg right here, and his inner thigh. Put that like that. Do that on both sides. Shut the feet, rotate the legs, bring this panel right here forward, and rotate this, and now there's a tab right there that goes into that hole in his inner thigh, well, the back of his leg. Shut it, rotate, bring this panel forward, and do that. And now, lo and behold, he is a microscope. I guess that's, well, an old school retro microscope. This knob works, and bring the lens down. You can put little slides in there. This can tilt about that much. These knobs rotate, but they have no function at all. But that's basically him. He has no place to store the weapons that I know of. I would do a comparison of a vehicle or something, but what's the use? Here is an Autobot, I guess, using him. Hey! And optional, because on one episode Optimus Prime said roll out, Perceptor rolled out too. He has a wheel hidden on his butt. Bring that down, open this panel right here, bring out these treads, and there's wheels hidden up in his thighs right here. I mean, not his thighs, his calves. Bring that out, fold this under, bring that down. Same stuff over here. Bring this and shut that down. And now he can roll out with the other Autobots. And if you want the secondary alt mode, go ahead and take this leg out of that little tab. Make sure you don't break that. Wrap this around. Rotate, well, untab that, rotate the legs around, and he has a tab on the other side. Peg that in. Same stuff over here. Rotate this around. Actually, I didn't twist it as many. Yeah, there we go. Now peg this into here, and he has like a secondary tank mode if you want. He still has access to the wheels, or it mentions that he is a telescope. You can set him up like this, so I guess technically he has 3 modes. I mean, yeah, 3 alt modes, because if you set him up like this, he goes from a tank to being a telescope. And if you have, let's say, a smaller character with not, they can look in there and use him as a telescope, and he still has access to the wheels right there. Just to lead you into my imagination as a kid, since I didn't have every Transformer, I used to pretend that this was Soundwave when I was a kid, because the original toy transformed just like this, sort of. I would pop this off, which I can't do here, and since the legs go up on the side just like Soundwave, I would pretend this was Soundwave and pretend this was a tape deck. So there's that. So yeah, Tesla is a cool figure, But to be truthfully honest, you really have to like Perceptor, or you just need to have all of season 1 and 2 Autobots to get him, because he is a bit pricey. I don't think he's worth over $100 to be honest to me. I mean, no offense to the people that made him. Maybe the parts and whatnot, and maybe they cost more than $100, but he doesn't have a ton of engineering. Not to me. I mean, maybe he has a higher piece count than the Insecticons, but like I said, the transformation is very simple. There's barely any parts and whatnot. And all of this upper body feels hollow, like I said. But at the end of the day, it does look like Perceptor. If you like Perceptor and you want a masterpiece version, this is a good version of him. I would say get him, but make sure you can get him at the cheapest price you can possibly get him at. So, there you go. I do like him though. But anyway, if you like my video, click the thumbs up button. Click one of the 2 videos I'm going to have right there. Comment, share, subscribe. T-Man978 out of here. Until next time. Thank you. Thank you so much for watching.